In an 11th century London tavern, where rumour and myth mingle with the smoke of burning torches.
In the beginning there was darkness, and then there was light, filling and creating the worlds. Yet alongside this light came turmoil and destruction, mighty tidal waves connecting these realms, and vicious creatures prowling the tempest known as the storm of the worlds. People once journeyed freely across these worlds through the storm, a spiritual passage linking all existence. But the war in heaven severed that bridge, leaving behind only darkness where our sacred link should be. And from that darkness emerged a dominion, once the mighty third king of hell, now known as the eighth king. His lust for power rivaled even the devil's, and he coveted the storm's might. Yet he was thwarted time and again, for only the chosen, dreamers unswayed by the lure of power, could enter the storm to preserve the worlds. In ancient Egypt, Duchess Catherine ruled with cruelty, slaying her enemies until the eighth king consumed her soul, forcing her to betray those dear to her and seize control. War engulfed Egypt, until a divine King David, crowned in magical light, defeated Catherine and banished both her and the demon to distant universes. Thus, we are warned, we must remain ever vigilant, lest darkness creep upon us as unsuspecting sleeping souls.
Sir, do you ever fear what might happen if that dreadful king returns to our world?
No world is safe from his wrath. There are many things a man wishes he has not seen.
Welcome, and thank you for joining us on this journey through myth and meaning. The tale you've just witnessed may be a work of imaginative fantasy, yet it carries rich allegorical themes that speak directly to the Orthodox spiritual journey. First, notice how the tale reveals a world much larger than what we see, the existence of a spiritual realm. The storm of the worlds and its mystical passage remind us that our everyday reality is intertwined with unseen forces. In Orthodox theology, we are taught that beyond our material existence lies an ongoing struggle between light and darkness. Next, consider Thomas's fearful inquiry about the return of the dreadful king. This reflects the call to constant vigilance in our spiritual lives. Just as only the chosen dreamers could safely navigate the storm, we too must guard our hearts through prayer, fasting and participation in the sacraments, ever alert to the subtle incursions of evil. The Bard prophet mentions that his wisdom came through much suffering and patient suffering. In our tradition, suffering is not meaningless. It can purify and transform us, drawing us closer to Christ and paving our path toward theosis, the process of becoming more like him. The narrative also warns against the corrupting allure of power. The chosen ones are entrusted with a sacred duty to preserve, not to dominate. This is a reminder that any spiritual gifts we receive must be used humbly and for the benefit of our community, never for personal aggrandizement. Finally, note the symbolic use of light in the tale. Though the narrative begins with darkness, the subsequent creation of light mirrors the Orthodox understanding of Christ as the light of the world. No matter how deep the darkness, God's light is ever present to guide, heal, and transform us. This tale, while fantastical in its imagery, challenges us to look beyond the surface of our world. It calls us to recognize the constant spiritual battle around us, to remain ever watchful, and to embrace the transformative power of our suffering, all while humbly wielding the gifts God grants us. If you found this discussion enlightening, please like, share, and subscribe. May the light of Christ guide your path, and remember, the spiritual realm is as real as the world you see.